So is my screen visible? Can you view it, everyone? Yes, students? Okay. So here in this diagram, you can see there's a cloud diagram, but where everything is storing. So nowadays we are using this Google Classroom, whatever you are using, Google Drive, Google Classroom, then all things falls under this cloud only. We are already aware of the purpose of the cloud. So you can sit anywhere. So I am in Guwahati, you people, some people are in Silchar, some in Agartala, yeah, Dipesh is in Bihar. So whatever things are, so, but we can access the same materials, we can access the resource. That's all because of the benefit of the cloud. So cloud, be using the cloud, we don't need to have any idea where it is storing. We know it is safe, right? But whatever cloud you are using, like it falls under the public one, because we are not buying anything, right? We are not paying money for anything. We are just utilizing whatever we have, whatever the free options. If someone like, now we being individual, it is not necessary for us to like buy new clouds, because we don't have so much like sensitive information. So like sensitive information, like we have, though we have, like we store photographs and also videos and everything, but that are not so sensitive, that like if and we know it is safe because we upload it in our Google Drive only, so and it is safe. But like what about the sensitive information that the companies have? So they also cannot store it like if in cloud, because they can store it in if they store it in public cloud, then what happens, it will be accessible throughout the company. Let me give you an example for that one. We have in our organization in iNurture also, what we do, any communication we do, we need to upload any video or whatever, we have a special like Google Drive, we upload it there, so every accessible to all. So is that, but all the information it is not possible to like use there. Okay, you can not, because companies have lots of like maybe about the uh sorry, I just got a message. Okay, Manav wrote. Okay, okay, not a problem. Okay, so but companies, they store like like huge amounts of data, everything have some limitation, right? So they use go for some different clouds. So they're like, we have different types of cloud also. Okay, so you may have heard, did you heard of the like public cloud, private cloud? Did you okay, like heard of it, public, private
Ye- Yes, ma'am.
types, yeah, right? So these are the different things. We'll all study everything, and then we have like cloud, they provide different services. Okay, you people have heard of Microsoft Azure, then I think, yeah, Microsoft Azure, then IBM Bluemix is there. Then whenever you this one run any, you get an ad for DigitalOcean also. Did you heard of the word DigitalOcean? If you don't, like if you like if you find some coding or use something, you will get the advertisement for DigitalOcean. Okay, so this falls, all these things are for cloud services only. So there are various cloud services. It's not that only we can store, obviously we can manage application, they provide that. Now you know what we do, what is that, suppose Python. Okay, suppose Python, I don't need to install in my machine. I do, for using Python, I don't need to install in my machine. I can directly use Google Colab, and without like wasting my hardware, I can just like do in Google Colab, run my code in the Google Colab, and it can save data and it can very well work there also. Okay, so there are lots of options that nowadays clouds are used everywhere. And I think cloud is the best medium if you want to like without storing the hardware. Once hardware crashes, everything got. But if you store, and in your laptop also, in your physical device, if you store anything and you need to format anything, then you need to think like, okay, I need a separate hard disk for storing everything. So why the so much like problem, right? Confusion, chaos. That's why it's very useful if you like directly prefer the this one cloud platform only. For me, like I do not use like nowadays we have I don't know if people have heard, you know, MySQL. But MySQL you have installed, but MySQL file, that is a very like huge file of around 416 MB or something like that. Okay, so I don't want to put so much like waste so much this one of space of my laptop. So what I did, like I directly used the Google platform for it, that is the Oracle Fiddle is there, so I can directly run my code there. So that is the benefit of the cloud. So before that, we should know what is a cloud. Okay, so I have just written a basic definition of it. So basically, it is a different set of hardware and software that work collectively to provide a service as an online service. Okay, to whom does it provide the service? To the obviously user. Okay, basically, and if I use this cloud definition, if we take so if we, from that we can find the definition for the cloud computing, that is it's a use of hardware and software to deliver a service over a network. So we have lots of, and people can benefit of cloud of, now I don't have to tell you, you people know very well, like you can sit anywhere. Just the starting of the class I told you, you people are a different location, I am a different location, still we are like managing the resources, we can view the resources, we can use the like even like if though although we are in the same country itself, even some people in the other sitting in other country, now with the benefit of cloud, they can like get access to everything. A very good example for the this one is a Gmail, right? Sitting Gmail is a very the I think the first or something, uh, it's a very good use of the cloud, because you sitting anywhere you can open your mail and you can find everything. Okay, so till this point any confusion,
No,
students?
ma'am.
No, right? Very easy, that like because we people are already using it. If it was like 10 years before, then it would have been difficult, but now in this pandemic it has taught us lot of things, coming starting from Google Classroom, now we are taking online virtual classes and everything. Okay, now this NIST, they gave a definition. This NIST is a National Institute Standard Technology. They gave a definition for this cloud computing, which is a model for enabling ubiquitous, convenient, on demand network access to a shared pool of configurable computing resources that can be rapidly provisioned and released with minimal management effort or service provider interaction. See, whenever some institute, okay, they or some person give the definition, we need to give it under the quotation marks. I have not changed any word. We cannot, if like when there is a definition, like ask the definition for anything, so then you need to write the same thing, because that is the definition given by the NAST or any person also, then we write it in quotes, so that is the exact word used by the person. If you need to change, if you change it, then you can remove the quote. So that's the thing. This now this NIST, they came up like from this definition you can find out there are 5 characteristics here. Okay, there is, like you just go through it, you find that on demand service is there. Okay, on demand, then is I think broader network is there. Okay, because you find network, then resource pooling is also mentioned. Okay, just wait. Yeah, resource pooling is mentioned, then rapid elasticity. Okay, and the last one is a measured service. Now all of you are aware of what do you mean by the demand on demand service. These are the 5 characteristics we found from the definition. These are the 5 characteristics given by the NIST. Even we have one more, like institute like ISO, which have one more, that one's a multiple tenancy. Okay, it has 6 characteristics, but we can have this one 5 only. So if, according to NIST we can go for this 5. So this 5 on demand self service, can you tell me for on demand self service meaning? Let me ask, I'll open, let me check. See, if your like my mouth is not like my speaker is not working, you can just chat also. Okay, Dipesh is there. Dipesh, Rishikesh. Okay, Rishikesh, can you hear me? Yeah, Rishikesh. Yes. What do you mean by on demand service? Can you
The
tell me?
service which is on demand means the types of cloud. or it is public or private, which is more in demand?
No, not
Ma'am,
really.
on-demand service means we can utilize we can मैम कोई भी चीज हम लोग उससे रिसोर्स मांगेंगे तो वो हम लोग को अवेलेबल करके दे, वही ऑन
हाँ
डिमांड सर्विस हो
हाँ।
गया मैम।
तो फिलहाल अभी मैं वो नहीं, डेफिनेशन नहीं पूछ रही थी, मैं पूछ रही थी मतलब ऑन डिमांड सर्विस क्या क्या है, जैसे हम लोग को क्या क्या डिमांड सर्विस है। कैन इट बी मेल? ओके, a mail is a on demand service, we need it every time. Then any application server. For on demand service, whatever Dipesh said is absolutely correct. That means whatever things we need are easily accessible, we don't need to like ask for someone. Okay, ask someone for the like for the service, for email. Okay, we can directly, we have an account, we can directly use that. We don't have to contact Google or something. Once we registered, once we signed it, and that's it, right? Later we don't need it. So okay, okay, just so the here whatever I'm saying, so it's mentioned in the slide. Okay, next I'll okay share the slide in the Google Classroom, please go through them. Okay, next is the broad network access. So obviously like from the beginning of the class only I'm mentioning that we people are sitting at our home, and we are like different parts of India, and but we are accessing the same content. So that is the broad network access, which is possible because of the cloud only. Next is resource pooling. Resource pooling like from okay, someone just okay. Resource pooling means there are different multiple resources are there that can be used by the same client, and on same client every time. Okay, it's like independent of the location. Suppose Gmail I am also using, you people are also using at the same time, it is possible, right? So these are example of, so we can go for these resources like storage is there, then memory, network, bandwidth, everything we can access it. Next is the rapid elasticity. So if you don't need it, so if you need it, use the resource. If you don't need it, release it, like we studied in operating system, right? Resource scheduling or something. So elasticity, like we can, if when we want it, like in Google Drive, if you file not in Google Drive, if in Gmail only, when you like want to send some files, okay, that crosses 15, I think 25 MB, yeah, 25 MB, then it directly saves in Drive, it directly goes into Drive, right? So that are the things that's possible because of the, we don't have to do anything, right? We are not putting it into Drive, but they say that since the file size is greater than 25 MB, so it will be sent via Drive 1. So that is known also example of a rapid elasticity, that they are you are using your the storage space. Last is the measured service. So now this resources, the you can like optimize it, and you can also control the resources. You need it, so you pay for it. Okay, like if you think about the big companies, they if you go, we don't buy any infrastructure of for, like we can go for software as a service infrastructure for it. You have a blog, I think godaddy.com or something is there, so you pay for how much space you require. Okay, so the everything, for everything you pay and you can use it. You if you buy the entire thing, then that will cost us more, but if you only pay for how much you use, then the cost reduces to much extent. Okay, so this was all about the 5 characteristics given of cloud, given by the NIST. Okay, now let me ask you a question. Who uses the cloud? I'll ask them.
Ma'am,
Huh?
IT companies,
and IT companies, ma'am.
Yeah,
universities,
any company,
everyone.
even we people, individuals are also using, right? So everyone is using the cloud. So cloud belongs to everyone. So like this, we have, there was a history of cloud. So it's not that cloud came cloud came in the recent years, maybe in 2020. It's not so. We have been using Google Drive, Gmail long back, right? But the main it started from the Circa, that is CIRCA. It's a name of a cloud. Okay, it's like the cloud came into picture by taking into reference that Circa cloud. Okay, what happened, they thought of that in the year 1960. That's when it started, and later the works like continued in the year 1990 or something like that. Okay, but the abstract idea came from that cloud itself. Okay, so I'm like, today is the first class, I don't want to like bore you something. I know it's a theoretical paper. We'll just discuss about this utility and everything, not required so much. So we have, but we'll not discuss about it. We have already, because my plan was to only give you a gist of it. So in the first module we'll just learn about all this only, what is cloud computing, types of cloud, and then we have cloud, what deployment models is there. So, and one cloud architecture is also there. So basically the most important chapter is your first module only. Otherwise in second modules we have some cloud migration and everything. Then otherwise fifth module is the easiest one. Okay, we have only do's and don'ts of cloud. So that's the thing. Anyways, so if people, any confusion about today's class? Yes, students?
No, ma'am.
No confusion. Wow.
No, ma'am.
Okay. But where are the other students? Only 9 are here. Okay. Okay, Sanjay, are you there? Can you hear me? Sanjay?
Yes, ma'am.
Sanjay, can you just take a
ma'am.
screenshot of the attendance participants and just can you WhatsApp me for the attendance?
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So like, I don't bore you so much for today's class. Okay, like it's not possible for me to like, because a theory class, right? So I won't bore you. Enjoy your class now, enjoy your days.
Yes.
Okay, thank you everyone.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Thank you, ma'am.
thank you.
Okay, ma'am.